What if the reality you are experiencing right now is only an echo? What if the life you perceive, the job, the relationships, the challenges, the bank account, is just a reflection of a signal you sent out long ago? We are taught to believe that reality is solid, fixed, that we are moving through a static world. But the mystics and the quantum pioneers knew the truth. Reality is not solid. It is a vibrating field of infinite potential. It is fluid, malleable, and it is responding not to what you want, but to who you are energetically. Right now, in this very moment, existing alongside the reality you see are infinite other possibilities, infinite timelines. There is a version of you that is healed, a version that is living in profound abundance, a version that has mastered the very thing you are struggling with. They aren't in some distant future. They are right here, right now, vibrating at a different frequency, just outside your current perception. They are waiting for you to tune in. Yet, most of humanity remains locked in an invisible prison, a temporal loop, living the same day, the same week, the same year, over and over. They experience the same emotional patterns, the same financial struggles, the same relationship dynamics. They fight against the echo. They try to change the reflection in the mirror without changing the source. They wonder, why is nothing changing? They scream into the void for something more, something different, not realizing they are the ones holding the key to the lock. This loop isn't your destiny. It's not bad luck. It's not a punishment from the universe. It is simply a matter of energetic alignment. You are caught in a feedback loop where your energy, your thoughts, and your emotional body are perfectly attuned to the reality you say you don't want. The pattern feels familiar. It feels safe, even in its discomfort, and the subconscious mind craves the familiar. This is the great awakening, the moment you realize you are not a victim of your reality, but the conscious conductor of it. You are not just living in a timeline, you are broadcasting it. The question is, what signal are you sending? Are you ready to shatter the echo chamber? Are you ready to stop responding to the old reflection and finally become the source of a new one? The power to shift isn't outside of you. It is the very essence of who you are. Why do we stay trapped in these loops? If infinite realities are available, why does the one we don't want seem so persistent, so sticky? It's not because you aren't trying hard enough. It's because of something I call the quantum lock. This isn't an external force. It's an internal mechanism. It is the frequency your system, your mind, your emotions, and most importantly, your physical body is calibrated to. You are locked onto an old timeline because your entire being is still wired for it. Think of yourself as a complex broadcasting tower. Your conscious mind, the part of you listening right now, might be shouting, I want a new reality. I want peace. I want abundance. But the dominant signal, the one the universe actually responds to, is coming from deeper within. It's coming from the subconscious. This subconscious self is not your enemy, but it is programmed for one thing: survival. And to the subconscious, survival means the familiar, the known. Even if the known is painful, even if it's a pattern of lack or loneliness, it is familiar. Your system knows how to survive it. The new reality you desire, the one with more love, more wealth, more freedom, is, by definition, unknown. And the subconscious body often equates the unknown with danger. This is the quantum lock. Your nervous system is addicted to the old emotional cocktails. It's used to the adrenaline of anxiety. It's comfortable with the contraction of fear. It knows the frequency of not enough. So, even as you visualize success, your body is broadcasting survival. Even as you affirm love, your heart is broadcasting protection. The old timeline doesn't need your permission to keep playing. It just needs your energetic participation. Every time you react from that old wound, every time you brace for disappointment, every time you choose fear over trust, you are reinforcing the signal. You are telling the quantum field, I am still this person. Send me more of the same. You are feeding the old timeline with your focus. You are not choosing your reality. Your programming is choosing it for you. In our old understanding of reality, we were taught that to get something, you must force it. You must hustle. You must fight. You must want it so badly that the universe bends to your will. Let's dismantle this illusion right now. This is the great misunderstanding of manifestation. The quantum field, the great ocean of potential that mirrors our reality, does not respond to force. Force, in vibrational terms, is resistance. When you try to force a timeline, you are operating from a place of desperation. You are screaming at the universe, I don't have this, I need this. And the quantum field, which only mirrors your state of being, hears your signal of don't have and need, and obediently gives you more of that experience, more lacking, more needing. The energy of wanting is the frequency of lack. You cannot attract abundance while vibrating in a state of desperation for it. You cannot attract love while vibrating in the painful frequency of loneliness. The universe doesn't hear your words. It feels your frequency. This is why manifesting harder fails. This is why you can't trick the quantum field by just pretending. You can't grit your teeth repeating I am wealthy while your body is clenched in the terror of paying your bills. The field isn't listening to the words. It's responding to the clench. It's responding to the terror. Quantum shifting isn't about coercing reality. It's about cohering with it. It's not about fighting the old timeline. It's about rising into the frequency of the new one so completely that the old one simply falls away. No longer a vibrational match for you. You don't get the new reality. You align with it. You don't chase it. You become it. This is a radical shift in perspective. It moves you from a place of powerlessness, begging the universe for scraps, to a place of ultimate creative power. You are not here to ask for the timeline you desire. You are here to select it. And you select it by mastering the one thing you have total control over, your own state of being. So if wanting doesn't work, what does? Alignment, coherence. But what does that truly mean? Let's look at the science of the observer. In quantum physics, we know that possibilities exist as waves of potential until an observer looks. The act of observation, the focus of consciousness, is what collapses that wave of infinite potential into a single particle, measurable event, a reality. You are that observer. You are collapsing reality in every single moment. But here is the secret no one tells you. Who is doing the observing? We are like icebergs. Above the water is the 5% of us that is the conscious mind. This is the part of you that sets goals, makes vision boards, and recites affirmations. It's the part of you that is trying to shift. But beneath the surface, hidden in the dark water, is the other 95%. This is the subconscious mind. This is the realm of your automated programs, your deepest beliefs, your unhealed traumas, your emotional addictions, and your core identity. Now ask yourself, who is really collapsing your reality? Is it the 5% that is shouting, I want success? Or is it the 95% that is whispering, I'm not worthy, it's not safe, I'm going to be rejected, I'm going to fail again? The quantum field doesn't respond to the loudest signal, your conscious affirmations. It responds to the dominant signal. The dominant signal is the sum total of your vibration. It is what your body believes. It is what your nervous system expects. It is the frequency of that 95%. This is why you can visualize love all day long. But if your heart is armored, if your body is braced for betrayal, the field registers isolation, not connection. That is the dominant signal. This is why you can say, I am abundant, 1,000 times. But if your stomach tightens with anxiety every time you open your wallet, the field registers scarcity, not abundance. The change fails because you are trying to manifest from the 5% of your mind, while the 95% of your programming is still running the old timeline. Your internal world is in contradiction. When people say, manifestation doesn't work, what they really mean is, I haven't yet changed the internal observer who is unconsciously collapsing my reality. To change your timeline, you must go deeper than thought. You must rewire the 95%. If the subconscious is running the show, how do we access it? How do we change it? First, we must understand its primary tool of control: resistance. Resistance is the invisible anchor that keeps you tethered to the old timeline. It's the gravitational pull of the familiar, and it is incredibly sneaky. Resistance doesn't always feel like a brick wall. Most of the time, it disguises itself as logic. It's the voice that says, be realistic. Don't get your hopes up. You tried that before, and it didn't work. You don't have time for that right now. It shows up as sudden fatigue when you try to meditate. It shows up as procrastination when you try to take inspired action. It shows up as as scrolling mindlessly on your phone to avoid feeling an emotion. It even shows up as hyper-productivity, keeping you so busy doing that you never have time to be. All of these are tactics. They are delay strategies employed by the subconscious, which believes at its core that it is safer to stay where you are, even if you hate it, than to leap into the magnificent, terrifying unknown of the new timeline. And here is the most critical piece. This resistance isn't in your mind. You cannot think your way out of it. You cannot logic your way out of it. The resistance is in your body. It is in your chemistry, your unresolved traumas, your inherited fears, your suppressed emotions. They aren't just memories. They are stored in your nervous system as energetic patterns. They are coded into your very cells. When you try to shift, when you try to expand into a new frequency, your body's alarm system goes off. The nervous system, which is hardwired to the old timeline, sends a signal of threat, danger, unknown territory, return to the familiar loop. This is why affirmations feel flat. This is why visualizations fade. Your mind is saying yes, but your body is screaming no. Your chemistry is rooted in the past. This energetic contradiction is what keeps collapsing the same limited outcomes. It's not personal, it's physics. To truly shift, you cannot just change your mind, you must change your energy. You must teach your body at a cellular level that it is safe to inhabit the new reality. This is where the struggle ends and the true journey begins. We have been taught that we must create our new reality from scratch, that we must build it piece by piece through hard work and effort. This is the old paradigm. The new paradigm, the quantum truth, is this: you don't have to create anything. It is already done. Imagine a vast, infinite ocean. This is the quantum field. It is pure, unformed potential. And within this ocean, every single possibility exists simultaneously as a wave of frequency. Everything you could ever imagine, every outcome, every timeline, every version of you is already vibrating in that field. The version of you that is a billionaire, that exists. The version of you that is a healer, that exists. The version of you that is perfectly healthy, in a state of profound peace and living a life of creative joy, that version is not a distant dream. It is a present tense reality vibrating in the quantum ocean right now. You are not creating something from nothing. Your work is to select a reality that already exists. You are collapsing the wave. How? By matching its frequency, by tuning your own vibrational broadcast to the frequency of the reality you wish to experience. When your frequency, your state of being, matches the frequency of that timeline, the wave collapses. The quantum field has no choice but to mirror it back to you as your physical experience. This is the secret the mystics and inventors knew. This is what Tesla meant when he spoke of the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9. He wasn't talking about magic numbers. He was talking about the underlying harmonic patterns of the universe. He understood that reality organizes itself around vibration. This changes everything. The pressure is off. You don't have to make it happen. Your only job is to become the version of you who already inhabits that desired timeline. The question is no longer, how do I get what I want? The real quantum question is, who do I need to become vibrationally to align with the timeline where that reality is already my normal? So we arrive at the great work, the art of becoming. This is the pivot point upon which your entire reality will turn. What does it mean to become? It is not faking it till you make it. Faking it is an act of the conscious mind, the 5%, and it carries the frequency of pretense. Your subconscious, the 95%, knows you're faking, and the quantum field responds to the dominant signal of inauthenticity. Becoming is not performing. It is not pretending. Becoming is a full body, full soul identity shift. It is a complete alignment of your conscious mind, your subconscious programming, and your body's emotional frequency. It is about so completely inhabiting the new state of being that the quantum field has no choice but to reorganize itself around your new signal. You must stop waiting for the external world to give you permission to feel the way you want to feel. The old model is, when I get the money, I will feel abundant. When I find the partner, I will feel loved. When I get the good news, I will feel peace. This is conditional. This is living as a victim to the echo. The quantum model is, I will feel abundant and the money will respond to my feeling. I will become the frequency of love, and the partner will appear as a match to my frequency. I will choose peace as my state of being, and my world will reflect peace back to me. You must become the version of you that already lives in that desired timeline. Not tomorrow, not when the evidence arrives, now. How does that version of you walk? How do they breathe? How do they handle challenges? What emotional habits do they have? What conversations do they engage in? What choices do they make from moment to moment? This isn't about grand gestures. It's about the subtle energy you carry. Do you carry the energy of someone who is waiting for a miracle, or someone who is the miracle? Do you move through your day bracing for impact, or do you move with an open heart, expecting magic? This is the shift. You are not fighting the old timeline. You are simply rising into the frequency of the new one, making the old one irrelevant. This brings us to the missing link in 99% of manifestation teachings: embodiment. Embodiment is not a buzzword. It is the physical mechanism of the quantum shift. It's the practice of closing the gap between your conscious intention, the 5%, and your subconscious body, the 95%. It is the process of teaching your body to know the new reality as truth before it appears in the 3D world. Knowing something intellectually is not enough. You can know you are worthy of love, but if your body flinches at intimacy, you are not embodying worthiness. You can know abundance is available, but if your nervous system panics at an unexpected expense, you are not embodying abundance. Embodiment is lived practice. It is alignment in action. Let's make this real. If you are shifting into an abundance timeline, embodiment isn't just visualizing money, it's how you feel when you pay a bill. Do you pay it with contraction and fear? Or can you practice paying it with gratitude, feeling the frequency of there is always more where that came from? Can you trust? Can you spend with presence and joy rather than guilt? If you are shifting into a love timeline, embodiment isn't just scripting about your soulmate. It's what you do when you feel the urge to shut down or build a wall. Can you practice softening your heart instead? Can you practice speaking your truth with vulnerability? Can you treat yourself with the profound love you wish to receive, filling your own cup so completely that you are no longer vibrating from a place of needing love, but being it? If you are shifting into a health timeline, embodiment isn't just affirming I am healed. It's treating your body as if it is already healing. It's feeding it with respect, not punishment. It's moving it with gratitude, not force. It's resting it with love, allowing it to regenerate. Do you see the pattern? You don't wait for the timeline to shift to start living this way. You start living this way, and that is what causes the timeline to shift. You must live from the end result. You must be the person now, and the quantum field will simply deliver the matching reflection. So how do we practice this? How do we live this moment to moment? Most people think shifting timelines requires a massive, dramatic leap, but the quantum field doesn't respond to size. It responds to coherence. A small act done with pure, aligned, coherent intention carries more vibrational weight than a giant, frantic gesture done from a place of desperation. This is the practice of micro-alignment. It's about the small choices you make all day long. When a thought of scarcity arises, do you spiral into the old fear loop, or do you pause, take a deep breath, and choose to anchor into the feeling of trust? That is a micro-alignment. When someone cuts you off in traffic, do you react with the old pattern of rage, or do you pause and choose to return to your center, refusing to let the external world hijack your frequency? That is a micro-alignment. When you look in the mirror, do you focus on the old story of not good enough, or do you pause, look yourself in the eyes, and choose to send a signal of love? That is a micro-alignment. These small acts are quantum keys. They are signals you send to the field, telling it, this is who I am now, not who I'm trying to become. This is my new baseline. But here is the part that will set you free. The practice is not about perfection. It is about returning. You will wobble. You are human. You will fall back into old loops. You will catch yourself thinking, feeling, and acting from the old timeline. This does not mean you have failed. This does not mean the shift isn't working. It simply means you are alive, and the old program is powerful. The mastery isn't in never slipping. The mastery is in how quickly you come back. Every time you notice yourself slipping into the old frequency and you gently guide yourself back to center. You strengthen the new timeline. Every time you choose coherence over chaos, you reinforce the shift. Every time you act as if the new reality is true before the evidence arrives, you are collapsing the wave. This is the dance of quantum embodiment. It is a dance of constant correction, of gentle returning, of choosing the new frequency again and again, until it becomes your dominant automatic state of being. We have reached the final and most crucial step of this quantum awakening. You've understood the science, the energy, and the practice. But now comes the master key: sustainability. The quantum field doesn't care if you visit the new timeline once during a 10-minute meditation. It reshapes itself around you when you live there. Most people approach this work like a single event. They visualize intensely, they journal, they do a ritual, and then they wait. They check the 3D world for results. When the results don't show up immediately, they collapse back into the old frequency of doubt and disappointment. They conclude it didn't work. They don't realize that the true magic, the true transformation, is in staying. Sustainability is the master key. This doesn't mean forcing yourself to be high vibe 24/7. It's not about toxic positivity or pretending challenges don't exist. That is just more faking. Sustainability is about developing the emotional and energetic capacity to return to your center, to your chosen frequency, again and again. Every time you wobble and come back, the new signal gets stronger. Every time you choose the new timeline instead of the old loop, the old timeline loses its grip. You are learning how to become the dominant signal, not occasionally, but as a new way of life. Here is your simple roadmap for sustaining the shift. 1. Daily tuning awareness. Start your day not with your phone, but with your frequency. Before your feet hit the floor, ask, what frequency am I choosing today? Who am I becoming today? Set your energetic intention. 2. Embodied action, micro-alignment. Throughout your day, practice small aligned actions. Notice when your choices match your desired timeline and when they don't. Choose the new reality, one small act at a time. 3. Emotional regulation, returning. You will get triggered. When you do, don't fight the emotion. Feel it. Breathe into it, and then consciously return to the version of you who is already healed. This builds energetic resilience. 4. Amplification, gratitude. Gratitude is the emotional signature of already having. It signals to the quantum field, I am receptive, I am whole. Practice feeling grateful for the reality you are calling in, as if it is already here. You are not chasing a timeline, you are becoming the timeline. You are not waiting for change, you are the change. If you're ready to expand your consciousness and step into your next quantum leap, subscribe now. Leave a comment below with the one word that defines your new timeline, and share this message with someone ready to awaken.